elder of the All-American, Chris Weidman, who is 2 inches taller and will have a 6-inch reach advantage. To officially get things started here on Fox, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to begin our first bout of the evening. 3 rounds in the UFC middleweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record, 7 wins, no losses, standing 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing in at 185 pounds. Fighting out of Baldwin, New York, Chris Weidman. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu fighter holding a professional record, 15 wins, 3 losses, standing 6 feet tall, weighing in at 186 pounds. Fighting out of Sao Paulo, Brazil, Demian Maia! And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Herb Dean.
Herb Dean, our referee, for this middleweight fight between Demian Maia and the All-American Chris Weidman, who takes this fight on 11 days' notice. The injury to Mark Munoz that Kurt Menefee talked about with Randy Couture and John Jones brought us to this matchup to get things started. Blue trunks for the southpaw, Demian Maia. Black trunks for the All-American, Chris Weidman. Maia has evolved in his striking game in leaps and bounds, Joe.
He absolutely has, Mike, and it's going to be very interesting to see who can control the striking in this fight. Weidman is an elite athlete and has worked on his striking extensively as well under the tutelage of Ray Longo, and worked on his jiu-jitsu with, of course, John Danaher. Oh, look at this. Looks like he fell.
He had a little bit of a trip as they went to exchange. Professor Luis Doria working extensively with Demian Maia. He is Coach Junior Dos Santos his entire career in striking.
Damian's main weapon striking is that haymaker left hand that he throws.
And he doesn't mark Munoz early.
Yeah, doesn't use the jab, though. Look how he uses his jab. It's more like a pawing, range-finding jab. And taking that weapon out of his arsenal. Oh, nice knee by Maia there.
Weidman quickly took the center of the octagon. He doesn't want to be up against the fence where Maia can utilize the ability to take him down and get top position and look for a submission.
Like Demian taking that weapon out by not using that jab, it gives Weidman less things to think about.
Weidman throws his jab a little bit low. It can be countered. Keep an eye on it. See, it's kind of from the stomach or the hip. That'd be a great right hook counter. Or a split with the right hook, and there is the right hook. And a good knee by Maia.
Weidman landed a right hand in that exchange as well.
Weidman very confident, 7-0 in his mixed martial arts career.
See, what I don't like about what Maia's doing is he's being very predictable. He's just swinging with the left, swinging with the left. He's not really setting it up that much. There's a kick. Now he's mixing things up a bit.
Weidman with 5 first-round finishes. 5 of his 7 wins come by victory very early.
One of the things that guys have a problem with when they transmit, whoa, good left hand there by Maia. When they change from being a grappler to a striker is the fluidity, the interacting the two styles together, and also being unpredictable. When they get 1 or 2 good techniques, they tend to go to the well in those techniques a little bit too often.
2-time Division I All-American at Hofstra, 2-time Junior College All-American, Chris Weidman against the second-degree Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, very decorated submission world champion, the native of Sao Paulo, Brazil.
And one thing to note is that Weidman in Abu Dhabi, the World Submission Championships, has faced Andre Galvao, who's one of the best submission artists in the world, along with Demian Maia. You know, in straight jiu-jitsu, Galvao is outstanding. And Weidman, not only did he avoid being submitted, but he had Galvao in some bad situations. Caught him in a Darce choke. Galvao was able to defend, but it showed that Weidman is not afraid to attack the elite of the elite when it comes to Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
Thus far, it's all been on the feet and a good kick by Chris Weidman. Weidman was scheduled to fight in April, but when you get the call to fight on Fox, you say, I will be there as soon as possible. Good head movement by Weidman a moment ago.
I like how he caught that kick and then countered with his own. At least Demian is mixing it up a bit, because earlier in the round was all left hand. There's another left hand.
And Demian really paused with that jab. He really doesn't look to do damage with it. He just looks to set up the left hand that you spoke of, Joe.
Yeah, I don't agree with that sort of style. I mean, because then a guy just he no longer thinks that this is a weapon. You don't have to worry about that right hook.
There's so many different ways to utilize the jab, too. Set up, takedown, and looking for a takedown right there is Chris Weidman, who gets it. The double leg.
Now this is going to tell a lot. You see if Weidman can get to a good position. He's got a hold of the neck. Let's go. Damian's out.
Nice job by Demian to attack immediately from that position, and a better job by Weidman to take advantage of the slip. Big left hook. And they clinch. Under 30 seconds on the clock here in the first round.
Maia, although he has improved his striking, Mike, still looks stiff and he's using his muscles when he's throwing his punches. Weidman caught him there with the right hand.
Ray Longo and Matt Serra have said this young man, Chris Weidman, is a future champion. They truly have said the sky is the limit for Chris Weidman. And this would by far be the hugest win of his MMA career as we put one round in the books.
Behind the black.
Of course, Ray Longo, the longtime trainer of former UFC welterweight champion Matt "The Terra" Serra. Round two.
Ray Longo seemed very happy with Chris Weidman's first round. And that's going to give Weidman confidence. One of the things that Longo was talking about was countering the lazy left hand. Nice takedown into side control.
Good position for Chris Weidman.
Weidman has said that if he finds any submissions, he's going to go for them. He's going might have a Darce here. No, the Wizard gets up. He loves Darce chokes when you see an underhook by Demian Maia. If he shoves his arm through, look for Weidman to attack with a choke.
Keep an eye on the cardio of Chris Weidman. So far, he looks just fine. But he did take the fight on 11 days' notice when Mark Munoz, unfortunately, injured his elbow, just had surgery. We send our best out to the Filipino wrecking machine for a quick recovery and a return to the octagon.
Good kick to the body by Maia and a nice counter to the legs by Weidman.
Under 4 on the clock here in the second. It is Weidman dictating the striking game here early in this round, Joe.
Well, you know, he's figured out the very predictable style of Maia. Paul with the right, throw the left. Paul with the right, throw the left. I mean, it's the same thing. Occasionally a kick comes. That's the whole style. There's a little bit of a right hook there, but Maia clearly is not comfortable punching from the right side. He's a left-handed person, and that's one of the things that makes his jiu-jitsu game unusual is he attacks on the other side. A lot of guys, much like in striking, they have a dominant side that they attack with in jiu-jitsu. And Maia, being a left-hander, it's a little bit different for guys to figure out because he moves on the other side. Weidman seems much more comfortable in there. Left hand landed a little bit by Maia. Oh, and a good jab by Weidman.
Has worked on his striking in Holland, is wrestling right here in Chicago, trained in Las Vegas with his good friend Vanderlei Silva. Lived in San Diego for a bit, Demian Maia. Looking for his 10th career UFC win. Weidman is growing more confident in the striking exchanges as this fight continues. Good body shot.
Well, he's done exactly what Longo said. Avoid the left hand. Now he knows there's only one weapon. That right hand, look at him. He's no worries whatsoever when that right hand's coming towards him. I really do believe that that's a mistake on Demian Maia's part. Really, he's got to develop that aspect of his striking.
And we have not seen Demian Maia look to take this fight down. It's been Weidman with a couple of takedowns.
Yeah, and Demian Maia, by the way, is more than capable of taking guys down. Took Chael Sonnen down and submitted him.
Chael Sonnen, of course, on the card here tonight. Set to fight Michael the Count Bisping. Looked for the overhand. Left, it did not connect. Weidman looks very sharp. Well, you've said it so many times, Joe, when you have an All-American in a certain style, just like when you have a high-level black belt, they will develop the other skills, but not overnight. It takes time.
It takes time and it takes focus, and oftentimes there are other disciplines suffers because of that focus. We saw that with Josh Koscheck. When Josh Koscheck was transforming from a real wrestler, an elite wrestler, to a mixed martial arts fighter, he really did nothing but striking for a long time, and then he lost to George St. Pierre because he had developed deficits in his wrestling.
Yes. Head kick by Chris Weidman. Again, keep an eye on the cardio of the All-American.
Well, he seems to be pacing himself in this round, Mike.
Switches his stance momentarily.
He seems very relaxed with no sense of urgency whatsoever. Look how strong this kid is. Once he gets a hold of those legs, it's very difficult to shake him off.
The good thing for Weidman is that he's very effortless with his striking. This type of fight will zap your cardio quite quickly. 45.
There's a nice knee and a kick by Demian Maia. Demian Maia picking up the pace.
Yeah, starting to build a little momentum, the Brazilian is. And a big knee. Double jab. Now, those were jabs with a purpose, Joe.
Finally.
Those last three, yes, those last three were jabs with purpose. And a knee as well.
Let's see if Weidman takes him down, and he does.
How good are his takedowns? 20 seconds.
Well, let's see if Maia can take advantage of the left arm of Chris Weidman, the way he's got it underneath the body. Not much time left. Back up to their feet. Look at this. Weidman's trying to take Demian Maia's back.
Final seconds of the round. The battle continues in the middleweight division.
Weidman with a guillotine attempt.
And we are underway in the third and final round. Ray Longo very animated in the corner with Chris Weidman. He said, I saw what you did yesterday. You know you have 5 minutes left, referring to the weight cut and the discipline of Weidman.
Weidman here has a body lock. Weidman is clearly suffering because of that weight cut and taking this fight on short notice. We've never seen him this lethargic in a fight before. He seems to be trying to pace himself, but Ray Longo was trying to instill a sense of urgency in Weidman coming into this third round.
Well, Ray Longo's a veteran in the sport of mixed martial arts. He and Matt Serra have had their gym together for years, and of course, Ray was the man very responsible for the striking prowess of the former champion Matt Serra.
Again, Weidman gets Maia down, and let's see if he can do something with it. He attacked with a guillotine choke towards the end of that round. You know, a lot of people may underestimate Weidman's ability to hang with Maia on the ground, but what you have to realize is what John Jones was saying, is that Maia, although he's a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, Weidman is a black belt in wrestling. He really is an elite grappler.
And Maia has not scored a submission win since February of 2009. He opened up his UFC career with 4 submission of the night performances. 5 of his 9 UFC wins have been by submission. Nice
Good
uppercut.
combination there. Maia went for the takedown. When he saw that Weidman was stuffing it, he landed a couple of punches in the exchange.
A very close fight, Joe.
Both guys are exhausted.
Yeah. Just missed with the left hook, did the All-American. Oh, wow.
Really
talk about telegraph.
Yeah, sloppy takedown attempts by Demian Maia. Chris Weidman snaps him down. He's got a front headlock here, and he can't even hold on to that.
And this is where it comes down to who's got more heart, who wants it more, the determination of a mixed martial artist.
But, you know, this is one of the unfortunate aspects of weight cutting, the fact that it really drains fighters so badly. Weidman with a nice stuff there, stuff the takedown, and he might try to take Demian Maia's back here. Nope, let him up.
Just about to the midway point of the third and final round of our middleweight fight.
This fight has degenerated into a sloppy kickboxing competition. Because right now, both guys are 2 drunken dudes outside of a bar. And the crowd is reacting. Good knee there by Maia.
That said, Joe, this fight is still open to either man. walking away with a decision if it lasts another 1 minute and 55 seconds. Very, very close battle.
You know, I know Weidman took this fight on such short notice, but Maia looks exhausted as well. I mean, I don't know if he had a tough weight cut, but he looks really tired. Maybe not quite as tired as Weidman, but it's up there. At least he's attacking them.
90 seconds left in the fight. Nice knee.
There's a nice knee.
He's got the clinch, and another knee. And another knee.
A little more than a minute to go for somebody to do something special here.
Well, a big right hand isn't a bad idea, but either is a left hand followed by knees by both fighters. 1 minute remains in this fight.
Maia's bleeding from his right eye.
Yeah, he's also taunting him a little bit with his hands all the way down at his waist. Stiff jab by Maia. Counter combination slipped. 30 seconds on the clock.
It's safe to say that this performance, neither gentleman with this performance are putting fear in the eyes of the rest of the middleweight division.
That is fair to say, and it is also fair to say that Chris Weidman took this on 11 days' notice. And he may just pull off the biggest victory of his MMA career. 10 seconds left. Oh!
Head kick.
This fight will go the distance. Chris Weidman and Demian Maia.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. Saul D'Amato scores it 29-28. Weidman. Patrick Morley scores it 29-28. Maia. And Gabriel Sabata scores it 29-28 for the winner by split decision, Chris